Not backing down, the attorney for embattled Representative John Conyers saying the 88-year-old congressman will not be stepping down amid sexual harassment allegations.
He will continue to defend himself until the cows come home, because unequivocally, unmitigatedly, he is indicating he has not sexually harassed anyone. We will discuss in the next day or so what Mr. Conyers plans to do.
Here now is Brad Blakeman, former staffer to President George H.W. Bush, and Hadley Heath Manning, Director of Policy for the Independent Women's Forum. Brad, is that what you expected?
Absolutely. He's going to go kicking and screaming, but he's going to go. The only question is when. The leader Pelosi, now others have lined up against him. They've heard enough of the evidence. He's already made a payout. We know that from the witness who received it, which may jeopardize actually her testimony now. But he's going to go, no question.
Well, Hadley, I mean, what should be the standard here? I mean, maybe it's about the voters in his district who put him in office, and it's up to them to put pressure on him to go. I mean, is it up to other members in Congress? What's your take?
Well, there are courts of justice, and then, of course, there's the court of public opinion, which always matters more when you hold public office, because your voters are ultimately your jury. They will decide if they believe that they can trust you, not just on matters of personal character, but on issues where you're supposed to be representing them. I believe that the Conyers story, as well as the allegations made against Senator Franken, should bring to the forefront the need on Capitol Hill to address really a cultural issue. Many years ago, there were changes that made it harder for people to bring accusations against people who hold public office, and now the Office of Compliance has been handling those things. But that office needs to be reformed so that we as taxpayers understand the transparency, which awards and settlements are related to sexual harassment and which are related to other workplace violations. We need to know, because unfortunately we've been footing the bill on these settlements.
No, it's incredible. We didn't know that we were footing the bill on these settlements, and now we're getting a lot more clarity, including the taxpayer funds that were used to settle the case against Congressman Blake Farenthold, $84,000. Brad, I'm sure you had a chance to look at this one over a little bit. What did you think?
It's unacceptable. The fact is that there are many members of Congress who didn't even know that this was going on. Not one dime of public funds should be used to pay off any of these victims. And we need to know whether it's a Republican or Democrat, who they are, what it's all about, and they need to pay it back themselves.
Hadley, I mean, what's most incredible about this case in particular that we're talking about, and you saw him there on your screen, is that, you know, people in Congress knew about this. They knew about the sexual harassment issue. They knew about the departure of his aide. But apparently, supposedly, no one had any idea that congressional funds were used to make this settlement. And I continue to ask this question: how can lawmakers who make the laws not know that this money is being used in this way?
Well, that certainly has been concerning in recent weeks as we've been talking more about the Office of Compliance. But I think what you're going to see immediately on Capitol Hill is a bipartisan legislative effort to address this, not only to have greater transparency, but to eliminate the so-called shush fund that's been used against accusers here.
Okay, we'll see you guys back in